Orono side, Orono has a great ability to make adjustments during games, and we saw that in the semifinals. They will look to press you, play good, strong defense. And Keith, as we said before, this should be a great matchup.
Okay, an interesting thing, you mentioned Susan Gardner, who may be the best ball handler on the team, the coach's daughter. She's only a freshman. There's Steve Gardner on your screen. His daughter may be the best ball handler on the team, but she comes off, doesn't start, or hasn't been starting, and comes off the bench after about 2 or 3 minutes in each game.
Yes, she does, Keith. She's made some great contributions down the stretch there in their semifinal win. And as we said, only a freshman. One of their stronger players, and we talked before about some kids in starting roles and some kids do better coming off the bench, and obviously Coach Gardner knows his personnel, and that's where she needs to be coming from.
Okay, we expect, as we said, an outstanding contest. It has all the markings of what should be an outstanding game. Some people to keep an eye on this afternoon include Amy Taylor of Orono, Heather Dekanich, Susan Gardner. Probable starters also include Kelly Locke. We'll go for the starting lineups in a minute. Amy Cota, Jen Fries, and for Stearns. The big scorer has been Kelly Gates, Kara Moore, Jennifer Alley, and Rochelle Cummings. Usually balance the scoring out pretty good.
We've got some great crowds on hand here, Keith. This place really filling up quickly.
Is very pleased to welcome the Coca-Cola
Big afternoon for the Orono Red Riots, as we mentioned. The Orono Stearns game will be girls game. Will be followed by the Orono MDI boys game. So there's a huge Orono crowd and a huge. A lot of people up here from Mount Desert Island as well.
Definitely. I'm taking a look around at the crowd, and just about everybody that I know down there is up here, and I don't think there's many people left on the island today.
It's been a big day of basketball this morning. We had some outstanding Class D contests and huge crowds here on hand for those as well. And now we'll go to the scores table and pick up the starting lineup.
We have an Eastern Maine Girls Class B Regional Championship game. This contest has the visiting Lady Minutemen from Stearns High School facing the Red Riots from Orono High School. And now I'd like to introduce the team members. First, for the visiting Stearns Lady Minutemen. Number 14, a senior, Robin Sear. A freshman, number 20, Allison Shedd. Number 23, a sophomore, Tracy Nelson. A freshman, wearing number 24, Shannon Boynton. Number 50, a junior, Elizabeth Quayle. And a sophomore, number 45, Nicole Ryan. And now the team members from the home team, Orono Red Riots. Number 12, a junior, Lynn McNevin. A senior, number 14, Belinda Hamilton. Another senior, number 20, Angie Upham. Wearing number 24, a sophomore, Ellen McCallson. A senior, number 30, Cheryl Zorhide. Number 40, a sophomore, Heidi Ferguson. A sophomore, number 44, Beth Gagne. And number 52, a freshman, Susan Gardner. And now the starters for this afternoon's contest. For the Stearns Lady Minutemen, a senior, wearing number 30, Kelly Gates. For the Orono Red Riots, wearing number 10, a junior, Jen Fries. And for the Lady Minutemen, a junior wearing number 42, Kara Moore. A senior for the Orono Red Riots, number 22, Amy Coda. And for the Lady Minutemen, number 44, a senior, Jennifer Alley. And for the Orono Red Riots, a senior, number 32, Amy Taylor. For Stearns, number 40, a junior, Amy Jo MacArthur. And for the Red Riots, number 34, a senior, Kelly Locke. And for the Stearns Lady Minutemen, wearing number 33, a senior, Rachel Cummings. And for the Red Riots, a junior, number 50, Heather Dekanich. The Minutemen are coached by Jerry Burley. The Red Riots are coached by Steve Gardner. Officials for this afternoon's game are Mr. Hall and Mr. Nutter. You are now invited to stand and join us as the Stearns High School Band, under the direction of Mr. A.J. Walker, honors our country with the playing of our national anthem.
High School Band starting the proceedings here at the Bangor Auditorium on a Saturday afternoon. And it's more girls basketball, this time in Class B, the Eastern Maine Championship, and number 1 facing number 2. So the seedings hold up in Class B, and that hasn't necessarily been the case in the tournament this year, but 1 and 2 going at it here this afternoon. Number 1 Orono and number 2 Stearns.
We've seen some great girls matchups so far here in the tournament, and on paper this looks like another one coming right up.
In fact, even those that on paper didn't look like good matchups have been really good games in our Eastern Maine finals today.
You're right, Keith. And looking at advantages, disadvantages with these two teams, Stearns would have to have the height advantage. They come in with Kara Moore at 6 foot. Also Jennifer Alley inside 5'11", and so we'll have to see what Orono does to counter that.
Okay, the Minutemen, rather Orono, working the ball around. Orono, the higher seed, in the white uniforms with red, the cardinal trim. Stearns in blue and white. Orono with the basketball now. And Kelly Locke working the ball. Freeze, Jen Freeze takes the pop, missing. And the rebound coming down, knocked around, and a tie-up. And the ball goes to Stearns.
Stearns coming out very aggressive man-to-man right there, matching up player to player.
Gates with the ball for the Minutemen. Gates gets it back, coming into forecourt, in the lane, stops, hesitates, gets it over to Moore. Moore comes back out to Rochelle Cummings. Number 33 will do most of the ball handling chores for the Minutemen. Alley with it inside to Moore, spins in the lane, can't get a shot away. Alley puts up a left-handed pop that misses. And the rebound coming down to Orono. Amy Taylor brings it down court quickly. In the corner it goes to Locke. And she'll bring it back out top of the circle. Give it to Freeze down low. Dekanich is alone, up and in.
All alone that time.
Good ball movement for the Orono Red Riots, and they get on the board first here, 2-0 with 6:41 remaining in the first period. The ball out of bounds. and knocked out by Orono. Kelly Gates will play it in to Rachelle Cummings, and the Minutemen are on the attack. Jen Fries meeting Cummings at midcourt. In the corner, Gates inside to Moore.
Again, nice entry pass. Gates to Moore. Moore was all alone on the inside. Used the glass.
Two well-disciplined, smooth ball teams going at it here this afternoon. Early in the Class B final, Eastern Maine final. Coda. 2. And it's 4-2. The Red Riots on top. Gates coming back for the Minutemen. Bounce pass over on the right side to Amy Jo MacArthur now in the ball game, number 40. Alley with it. Down low to Gates. Up and in.
Obvious right here that both teams have showed up to play this afternoon as working the ball around, getting the open shots.
Back and forth so far we go. We're tied at 4. Inside. Ball out front to Dekanich. To Fries. And a foul being called on Stearns, maybe on Moore.
It is going to be on Moore going over the back. They tried to get the quick pass inside the Dekanich.
Number 42, Kara Moore, committing her first foul. The 6-foot junior for Stearns. Shot is up and off. Inside it comes again for the shot that's up and good by Amy Coda.
Coda really helped herself out there as she got the offensive rebound, kicked it out, and they went right back inside to her.
Rachelle Cummings back the other way for the Minutemen of Stearns High School. And now Kelly Gates lets it slip through her hands and out of bounds. Jen Fries will play it in to Amy Taylor with 5 minutes remaining in the first period. Into the corner it goes to Kelly Locke. Back out to Taylor, back to Locke. In the corner to Fries. Down low to Dekanich again, moves inside along the baseline, can't make it. Fries puts it up, Dekanich again won't go. And the rebound this time to Stearns, and Moore clears it.
One of the things Coach Jerry Burley's got to be concerned with, Orono just had 3 opportunities to score, and his team, as we said, has the height advantage.
Amy Jo MacArthur giving it to Rachelle Cummings, who puts it up and off. And the rebound comes out to Stearns. Gates is pushed.
It's going to be a push on Coda. We've got 2 Orono players getting ready to check into the game. Susan Gardner, as you mentioned, who usually comes in early, she's coming in number 52, along with Beth Gagne, number 44. As we see Dekanich and Locke taking a break.
Orono up 6-4. The Minutemen of Stearns with the basketball. Lady Minutemen. Rachelle Cummings gets it over to Gates for the shot that's missing everything, and Orono comes away with it. Gardner now in the ball game, the freshman, takes the long pop and missing. Rebound to Orono and a foul.
Jen Fries was very good. She had very good inside position that time. Oh, she's going to get called for the foul there. Looked like she had good position to me.
Gates will play it in. Orono will bring some backcourt pressure here with 3:55 remaining in the first period. This is Gates with it, guarded by Fries. And she gets it over to Rachelle Cummings. And the Minutemen come into forecourt with the ball, trailing by 2 points. Kelly Gates to Alley, and tipped out of bounds by Amy Taylor of Orono, and Stearns will play it in. Gates will come over to pick it up and give it into Rachelle Cummings. Cummings will set it up for the Minutemen. Amy Jo MacArthur, cross-court pass to Gates. Inside, Alley with it, back to MacArthur.
Nice backdoor cut by MacArthur that time. Couldn't get the roll, but did draw the foul. Foul's going to go on Gardner, her first. Coming into the game for Orono now, number 14, Belinda Hamilton, 5'9" senior. She replaces Coda.
Amy Jo MacArthur, 5'6", junior. One of the Stearns ball players that contributes a lot coming off the bench. 6-5 Orono lead, 3:20 in the first period. Stolen away. Locke tried to get it back to Taylor and picked up by Cummings. Good defense that time by Stearns. And they set it up again. Gates will hand off to Alley. Back to Cummings, to MacArthur. Over to Gates. Starts to go inside. Stops, gets it back outside. And back to Gates. To MacArthur. Minutemen will set it up and go for the high percentage shot here. Get somebody open. Gates is open, but gives it off to Alley with a left-handed shot. Alley has a soft touch with that left-handed set shot. Cummings with it. And back in the corner. Alley gets it back out. Stearns working it around very deliberately now. Inside. Shot is up and off. And Gardner comes away with it for the Red Riots. 2:19 left in period number 1. Jen Fries inside. Intended for Beth Gagne, number 44. In it comes. Dakota.
It's going to be traveling.
Traveling. Violation on, or rather Taylor with the ball. Travel through the lane. Cummings back. 2:05 remaining in the first period. Jen Fries guarding Cummings. MacArthur back to Cummings.
Going zone right now, and notice as they try to get the ball inside to Moore. Orono doing a good job of fronting her right now.
So Gates will go on the line.
Take a look at that foul that happened as Gates tried to go through, and that's going to be called on Susan Gardner. She picks up her second foul. She'll go to the bench, and Locke comes back into the ballgame.
Only 1:55 remaining in the first period, and we're all tied up at 6 right here in the Class B Eastern Maine Final. 2 evenly matched teams. Taylor moves in the lane, gets it over to Locke. Back to Taylor. Starts to go in, can't find room. Hamilton with the ball for Orono. Belinda Hamilton giving it to Jen Fries. 1:30 showing on the clock in the first period.
Doing a good job right now of not allowing penetration. Look for the ball to go to Fries, as we see right there. She's able to penetrate or can shoot from the outside.
High off the rim, and the Red Riots will maintain possession. Fries brings it into Taylor, back to Fries. Guarded closely by MacArthur. Out to Locke, and over on the right side, they'll try Gagne, Beth Gagne. Looking for someone to pass to. Out to Locke. Both teams playing deliberate basketball, looking
right there,
for
look
the
at
open
Jen,
shot.
We got Jen Fries trying to post up on the inside. Nice job that time, and she was able to draw the foul. The foul is going to go on Amy Jo MacArthur.
Fries will play it in along the end line, looking for someone to pass to. Gets it out to Hamilton. And Hamilton comes back to Locke, starts to go in, comes back around the top of the circle. Gives it to Taylor, who drives in. Fires back out to Fries. 42 seconds. We're tied at 6 in the first period. And it's stolen away by Moore. Moore jumped in and picked it up, and back come the Minutemen. Minutemen may play for the last shot. MacArthur goes at it right away, puts up a long one off. Rebound Gates, she puts it up and in.
Kind of a fadeaway off glass that time by Gates. And we'll see Orono go for the last shot here.
Fries with it, moving in the lane, puts it up left-handed, rolls off. Rebound coming down to Stearns, 7 seconds. See if they can get a shot off. Cummings drives hard with 3 seconds, stolen away from her. And after after one. We're tied at 6. It's 8-6. Stearns up. We'll be back in a moment.
So if you want to travel the vast reaches of cyberspace without getting flamed.
Hi, I'm Gina Smith, and that's John Levine. What John really wants to say is that you don't have to be a computer geek to enjoy the fun stuff on the information superhighway.
That's right. And all you have to do is to join us as we tour that part of the highway known as the Internet. Our program is called The Internet Show.
I bet someone stayed up all night to come up with that title.
You're watching tournament basketball on the stations of Maine Public Television.
Back at the Bangor Auditorium, and we're watching a pretty even contest right now with the Minutemen up by 2, 8-6. The number 1 seed, Orono, against the number 2 seed, Stearns. And this one looks pretty even. It could be this way throughout the ballgame, a close game. Taylor with it for Orono as we start the second period. Gagne gets it out to Freeze. It's over to Amy Cota, goes up for the long run, and that's 3 for Cota.
Cota doing a nice job that time, spotting up for the three-pointer.
That's 9-8. Orono with a 1-point lead. Rochelle Cummings working it back for the Minutemen. Guarded by Freeze. She gets it over to Amy Jo MacArthur. Gates is open for the shot. It's up and off. And the rebound right back up and in by Kara Moore. A real force on the boards. Moore is 6 feet tall and a leading player for the Minutemen.
She said strong on the board. You're also going to be impressed with the way she put that back up. She went up hard and used glass.
A 10-9 game. And now Cota is tripped up making her drive.
That's Taylor that time getting fouled, I believe, by Rochelle Cummings.
First foul on Cummings.
It's going to be their team's third.
Freeze will play it in. Taylor with it, guarded by Cummings. Gets it over to Cota underneath. Freeze goes up, partially blocked, taken away by the Minutemen. Cummings coming back down court for Stearns. Guarded by Taylor and throws the ball away. Pass intended for Amy Jo MacArthur. A little too wide for her to gather in, and the Red Riots will come back down court, trailing by a point. Taylor's shot is blocked, and she's fouled.
She really got helped out that time. She was off balance when she shot it. But that's going to be MacArthur picking up her second foul. We said kind of helped her out because I'm not sure that shot would have gone in anyway, but now she gets a chance for 2 foul shots. 14 fouls apiece. Taylor on for a couple in the act of shooting. Her team down by a point. 6:39 remaining in the first half. And we're tied now at 10. MacArthur giving it over to Gates. Gates coming down for the Minutemen. Bothered in the backcourt by Taylor and gets it over to Rochelle Cummings, who comes over on the right side. Bounce pass to Gates. Look at the job they're trying to do on the inside, covering up more on that. They're trying to front her down there in the zone.
More a real force inside. They're trying to keep it out of her hands. And as you pointed out,
she tries to come across the lane. You can see right there, Gagne in front of her.
Rochelle Cummings and MacArthur. Cross court to Cummings, open for a moment. Got time for a shot, though.
Good ball movement by Stearns. Obviously looking to try to get it inside. Good passing will beat his zone.
Tied at 10 and knocked away by Orono.
Good passing as long as you can work your way in for a shot. Got to try to hit the seams on this.
And the Minutemen are doing that, working it around, trying to get the open shot. Cummings gets the ball, decides against the shot. Now Alley will put it up left-handed. There's that soft touch, that left-handed set shot by Jennifer Alley.
Susan Gardner getting ready to come back into the game. Remember, she picked up 2 quick fouls in the first quarter.
Jen Fries spinning around in the lane, but can't get a shot away. Gets it back outside. Taylor with it right now.
Fries inside that time. They get a foul as Fries tried to get the ball inside to Taylor. And Susan Gardner checks in now. She replaces Dekanich. That foul is going to go on Rochelle Cummings, her 2nd and team's 5th.
Steve Gardner attempting to keep fresh troops in there, doing a good job of it so far. This Gardner hooking it up, the freshman, 5'9". Susan Gardner puts it in for the Red Riots. And we're tied at 12. Rochelle Cummings in forecourt. To MacArthur for the long bomb. Off the rim. Moore puts it up this time. And in. Nice shot by Cheryl Moore. Bit of a jump hook.
Sure was, and again, she wasted no time turning and putting that up, and now Fries comes back. I believe we're going to count the hoop.
Sort of drags it between a couple of defenders and lays it off the glass.
Take another look at that. Splits the defenders, decides to go underneath. And that's Moore that picks up the foul, her 2nd. Basket counts, and she gets a chance to finish the 3-point play here.
Pretty looking drive that time. Just sort of kissed it off the glass and goes to the foul line, but missing. It's a 14 all ball game. Gardner gets it back out.
Godo was thinking about that one.
Fries took steps and they turn it over.
Coming in now for Stearns, number 24, Shannon Boynton, 5'5" freshman.
Skates with the ball in the forecourt, gives it to Moore, and she comes outside with it to Rachel Cummings. Back to Gates. Alley picks it up, coming across from the other side. Now they swing it over on the left, inside to Moore again. She puts it up and in. Boy, she's got some good moves inside.
Yes, she does. That time she brought the ball down low and shifted it over to the right side.
There's a long pop by Coda for 3.
Orono getting a big lift from Amy Coda right now, really picking things up offensively.
Gardner almost feels it, but nice pass from Alley to Moore. Beautiful play.
Definitely was.
Really heads up.
Both teams right now showing why they came into this ranked number 1 and 2.
Lightning pass there. Just as soon as she got that ball, she fired it over to Moore for 2 points. Gates with it now for Stearns. Gives it to Rochelle Cummings. Men up by a point, 18-17, 3:15 remaining in the first half. This is Moore, and she is fouled. Orono wanted traveling, but she was fouled before the steps, apparently.
It's going to be Jen Fries called for that on the reach. Her 2nd and the team's 5th.
When it comes to Rochelle Cummings. Gates. Cummings inside, knocked away, but picked up out front by Gates. Back to Cummings. They're working around here again.
Really having a hard time finding Moore on the inside. Orono doing a nice job right now, keeping the ball outside.
Well, they'll have to continue that in order to contain her, too, because as soon as the ball gets in there, she usually makes a good move and clears herself for a neat shot. Gardner back the other way for Orono. Moves inside, tries to lay it up, but it's knocked away. And
we've got steps.
So a turnover at the other end of the court will send it back toward the Red Riot basket. 2:25 remaining in the first half. An 18-17 game. Stearns leading by a point. Gardner back with it now. Gives it to Locke. Locke brings it back out front. Fires to the right side to Hamilton. Taylor launches a long one.
Follows a shot.
Goes right back up, lays it up.
A for effort on that one.
Shot.
Followed her own shot.
And the Riots go up by a point. So back and forth we go, trading baskets now. Gates and Cummings. Back to Gates. 1:45 remaining in the first half. Alley back to Gates. He'll swing it over to the other side. Gates. Alley with it. Now Gates. Shot is blocked nicely by Jen Fries. And now, in her hurry to get down court, she had it stolen back by the Minutemen.
Tried to dribble through traffic that time. You get yourself so pumped up after a nice play like that you want to go to the other end, and that time not able to control it.
A little too anxious to get going on offense. Cummings, and now open is Alley for that left-handed set.
Yeah, nice looking shot, Keith. So Orono, as well as trying to have to shut down more on the inside, they're going to have to extend a little bit and come out on Alley.
Stearns getting good balance from their shooters right now anyway. Pass knocked loose. Fries picks it up in the corner. Dangerous pass back out front to Locke. Stearns ahead by a point, 20-19. Gardner with it starts to go inside. Loops a pass in underneath the Fries, and she draws the foul.
Gardner really adds a presence when she comes into the game, because you don't know, Keith, if she's going to shoot the three while she's out there. She penetrates, and as she starts to penetrate, you saw Jen Fries try to post up on the inside. She goes up strong when she's in there.
So Fries on there for 1 and 1. And now 5 team fouls on Orono, 7 on Minutemen. Scramble for at the other end of the court. And Cummings swings it back out. Top of the circle, just over on the right side. In the corner now. Gates with it. Cummings fakes, puts it up, but she's still facing a defender. Now Moore puts it up and off. Tip tie, and the Riots come away with it. Taylor driving hard, takes the jump shot. Nice shot by Amy Taylor.
That's a tough shot, as anybody knows. Coming down full tilt, having to pull up and keep control of your body as you nail that shot. And Keith, this is every bit as much of a game as we thought it would be. Orono on top right now by 1, 21-20 at the half.
Pretty shot by Taylor. She leaped high in the air to before releasing that shot. Good looking shot. And again, good match up here at halftime. We'll be back in a moment.
Production of Maine Public Television's basketball coverage is made possible in part by Husson College, building the foundation for excellence in business and health. By Oakhurst Dairy, a Maine dairy working with local farms to serve Maine families since 1921. By Hammond Lumber Company, serving the building supply needs of Maine homeowners and contractors from 5 locations in Auburn, Belgrade, Farmington, Greenville, and Skowhegan. And by Georgia Pacific, a forest products company dedicated to responsible environmental management since 1927.
Okay, we are back at the Bangor Auditorium in a watching exciting Class B championship game. Stearns Minutemen, number 2, and the Orono Red Riots, number 1. And Lisa, this is what happens, I guess, when number 1 meets number 2. They seem like 2 well-balanced and very disciplined girls basketball teams.
This, if you're a basketball fan, is what you hope happens.
Right.
You hope that both teams show up ready to play. We build this one as an exciting game, and it certainly has been so far.
Okay, well, last fall, the Jim DeFederico Award was given to George Wentworth. And the following report is a tribute to one of Maine's most prestigious and successful high school basketball coaches.
George Wentworth, 35 years on the bench, nearly 500 wins. Only 1 year did a Wentworth team not make the tournament. And when Eastern Maine basketball officials presented the longtime Stearns coach with the Jim DeFrederico Award back in October, they honored a true Maine sports legend.
Once I got through that first year and I got acquainted with the kids and got out of this special area they were in, Italians together, this one together, I got them to work as a team, then I could see that it was going to be a great place. That's the reason I came there, because I knew that the Millnock was isolated. In fact, when we first came here, there was only one road, and in the wintertime, that was blocked up. The only way you get in here was by train, so I knew that it was isolated.
When you think of Wentworth and Stearns basketball, you think of the pit at Tiny Home Court. You think of 1963, the year Stearns went to the Boston Garden and won the New England Championship. But former Stearns star and longtime Lawrence coach Gus Folsom remembers George Wentworth for something else.
He was a great storyteller. It was great in gym classes on rainy days, because we used to sit in there and he just talk for, 45 minutes or whatever.
About what?
Gee, everything. News, crowds, just about any, not all necessarily sports, but just everything in general.
I think I learned more from him by coaching against him in my career later on, because he was, to me, he was a legend when I first came in. I used to follow the Stearns teams, and George was just, I call him the father of basketball.
A lot of guys are going to be a fireman, going to be this, going to be that. And I always remember my dream was to be like George Wentworth. And I remember I used to be in complete awe of him. When we played him, just to go over near him, I just thought, that he was the person. And that was without TV. It was just through radio and seeing him at the tournaments year after year. And I did become a coach, but I couldn't fill his shoes.
It's been more than 20 years since Wentworth coached a team, but the 82-year-old George Wentworth remains a legend of the game.
The world is completely different. I wasn't interested in money. I was interested in doing what I wanted to do, and I could do what I wanted to do. I kept the school open the whole time. Vacations and so on didn't mean a thing to me. I just kept the gym open. Open it up in the morning, they'd have them in there all playing. I'd have a spell for the younger kids, 7th and 8th grade, in the morning. In the afternoon would be the older people. In the evening it would be the people who were out of school come in. So that was the life. You didn't want to do anything else.
Okay, a tribute to George Wentworth, who last fall won the Jim DeFederico Award. The stills seen on the tape, courtesy of Bill Sawtell, who has written extensively about sports in Eastern Maine. So here we are at halftime. We're looking at the Red Riot cheerleaders. The score is Orono 21 and Stearns 20. And it's number 1 meets number 2 for the Eastern Maine title. Good afternoon for the Orono Red Riots fans, because coming right up after this game, their boys team will play MDI for the B-Boys title. Then more basketball this evening here at the Bangor Auditorium. Callis against Skank in the girls contest. And in the boys C final, Hodgson against Narraguegas.
Keith, as we would expect, pretty evenly matched here in that first half when you have a 21-20 score at halftime. Both teams shooting fairly evenly from the floor. Stearns came in at 9 for 22 from 40% from the floor. Orono was just about the same, 9 for 23, 39%. Free throws, 50% for Stearns. They were 2 for 4. Orono was 1 for 4 at 25%. Orono had 5 turnovers, Stearns had 3. So just looking at those stats there, you see how evenly matched this first half was. We'll look at the scoring, and leading the way for Stearns in the first half was Kara Moore. She had 10 points, 8 of those coming in the second quarter. Kelly Gates had 5. Jennifer Alley with 4 and Amy Jo MacArthur with 1 free throw. Again, their total of 20 points. On the Orono side, Amy Cota led the way. She had 2 threes in that second period. She had 10 for the first half. Amy Taylor had 5. Heather Dekanich with 2, Jen Fries with 2, and Susan Gardner with 2. As we take a look at some of the fans here at the Bangor Auditorium.
So in all departments, the stats pretty well indicate an even match.
Yes, I think on the Orono side, Coach Gardner's going to be pleased with the shooting of Amy Cota, we haven't seen a lot of points out of her in this tournament, but as Susan Gardner went to the bench with foul trouble, Cota stepped up and started the scoring. Obviously, I think he'd like to get a little bit more balanced attack, and we'll be looking for that in the second half as Fries was held to 2 points, Taylor with 5, and Gardner only had 2 in that first half.
So neither coach can be terribly disappointed by the job that teams have done here during the first half. We'll be back in a moment.
He had played in a record 2,130 consecutive games and earned himself the nickname the Iron Horse. But now, something was terribly wrong. He was only 35, but had begun to play like an old man. Lou Gehrig took himself out of the lineup.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth. I might have been given a bad break, but I've got an awful lot to live for. Thank you.
He was benching himself, he said, for the good of the team.
Okay, we are back at the Bangor Auditorium, about set for the second half. I'm not sure who those kids are fans of, are you?
I think they're missing somebody, maybe an R right there in the middle somewhere. They were here in the semifinal round as well, and as you said, a lot to cheer about on the Orono side, as both their boys and girls are here in the Eastern Maine Championships.
Not a whole lot to complain about as far as coaches about their teams in the first half. Anything either team might stress. I mean, I just guess keep on doing what you're doing and do it a little better, basically.
I think Orono, again, is going to try to keep the ball away from Moore. They've been doing a pretty good job defensively against her, and look for them to maybe turn the defense up a notch in their full court pressure here in the second half.
Stearns Minutemen with the ball. Rochelle Cummings dribbling. They down by a point to Orono. Eastern Maine Class B final, girls basketball. C finals coming up this evening. Inside intended for Moore, and she draws the foul.
It's going to go against Locke.
That's Locke's first foul in the game.
Pretty clean first half, Keith.
Sure was. Rochelle Gates. Minutemen working it around. Both teams being deliberate and looking for the open shot. Boy, that's Alley coming through in this ball game. That's, I believe, her 6th point. She had 4 in the first half.
All coming right from that same area.
Locke gets it out front to Dekanich. Back to Locke. Fries. Guarded closely by MacArthur. Now they work it around. Inside, intended in there for Taylor.
She lost her
she's
handle.
tied up. The Riots get the arrow. Freeze will play it in. Looking for somebody. Bounce pass. Coda moves in, puts it up and off. Up again. Getting a wrong rebound and putting it right back up.
She's really working hard in there right now. As you just mentioned, an offensive board.
A 1-point lead now for Orono as we continue trading baskets in this ball game. 23-22, second half just underway. 6:25 remaining in the third period. Rochelle Cummings gets it out deep, takes it over on the left side, guarded by Taylor, giving it to Allie. They're coming out more on Allie now to block her shot. She's made a few, and now Gates from the other side. So good balanced scoring for the Minutemen. They went over to Allie. She got a couple. They began to pull out on Allie, and they go over and give it to Gates, and she puts it down.
That's what I like about these two teams. Both teams don't really rely on one player. They've got 4 or 5 kids on the floor that any one of them can score.
24-23. Stearns up by 1. Cummings working in backcourt, guarded by Freeze. Gets it over to Gates. Back out it comes to Cummings. Allie, now Gates. Inside, intended for more. And who's the foul on?
It's going to be on Locke.
Locke, who was actually fronting more.
She caught her on the arm. We'll see that here. Tries to slice through and got her on the arm. Her second foul, team second.
So Rochelle Cummings will set it up and go at the basket again. Over to Gates, to Cummings. She opened for a second. Over to Allie, and they close on her in a hurry. Off the fingertips of Kelly Gates.
Coach Burley probably like to see a little bit more patience from his girls as Susan Gardner comes back into the game and Dekanich goes out. Also getting ready to come in is Beth Gagne.
Susan Gardner with it, number 52, the freshman. Taylor faking, going over on the left side to Freeze, to Locke, coming out to Gardner. The 5'9" freshman starts to go in, comes back out. Coda to Gardner, moving inside. Can't force it through there. 4:45 left in the third period. Now there's a ball knocked loose. A nice steal by the Minutemen. Minutemen with a 1-point lead. Gates and MacArthur playing pass. Now it comes to Moore, to MacArthur. Cummings to MacArthur in the corner, coming back outside to Allie for the long left-hander. Nice 3-point shot by Allie. So she's really stepping up in this game.
3-point and then some. She was way out that time.
Susan Gardner now gives it to Coda for the long pop. It's off the rim, and the Minutemen have the ball.
Nobody there that time for weak side boards for Orono.
Allie couldn't get the close-up shot, so just backed out about 5 feet and took a long one.
She's out there again.
Swings it over to Cummings. Inside to Moore, works along the baseline and gets called for the player control foul.
And that was Amy Coda that took the charge. We'll watch it down there on the baseline. Coda comes over, sets herself.
Just barely set when Moore started to go along the baseline for the easy shot. Gardner moves to get the ball. She's fouled by Gates.
It's going to be Gates' first foul. Good teams.
So the Red Riots will play it in. Freeze comes in now to Taylor. Puts it up and gets the roll. And now it's a 2-point game. Minutemen 27, Red Riots 25. Michelle Cummings. Allie back to Cummings, to Allie. Coda closes on her in a hurry, trying not to let Allie put up any more of those soft left-handed shots. She's hit pretty high percentages on those.
A little frustrated that time. It's been so long since she's had the ball on the inside because Orono's done such a nice job defensively that when she turned, her shot was off as she threw up an air ball, which is very...
Oh, bad pass is stolen back by Stearns. 2:45 remaining in the third period. Cummings. Allie. Back to Cummings. Back to Allie. Not getting enough time to get set, though. Over there, they're closing quickly on Allie, Gates, and Cummings. 2:25 remaining in the period. Minutemen with a 2-point lead. Good defense by Orono right now. Gates moves in, stops, looks at the basket, gives it back out, gets it again. Now it's knocked
Good D
around.
by Freeze, and Taylor's on the hustle.
Good hustle that time by MacArthur to keep from being tied up.
It was close to a travel that time. If you roll to gain an advantage, that would be traveling, but big block that time by Gardner.
Gardner blocking Allie. 27-25, the Red Riots have the ball. Coda was open but didn't take the shot. Now it's taken by Gagne. Gagne gets the rebound, moves in, puts it up and in.
You gotta like Gagne, Keith. In the semifinal, she came in and made a great contribution off the bench, and there she is again. She works very hard, does a nice job on the boards, and just fundamentally right there, followed a shot and it paid off.
Beth Gagne, number 44, is a 5'8" sophomore, doing quite a job for the Red Riots in this tournament. Tied now at 27. Intended for more, lost away. And Orono comes back down court again. We're all tied at 27 with a minute and 5 seconds to go in the third period. Faking by Taylor, and she double dribbled.
Kind of lost the handle that time. She tried the crossover.
Pretty first move to get by her defender, and then stopped and took another dribble.
Belinda Hamilton comes back into the game now and gives Amy Coder a rest.
Michelle Cummings with 55 seconds now in the period. They swing it over on the left side to Allie. MacArthur to Allie, open, takes the left-hander up and off the rim. The rebound coming down to Orono.
I'm going to call a travel on that.
.45 seconds, tied at 27. What a game. Cummings. Now Gates and MacArthur. Allie and Cummings. Moore with it now. Can't move free, and she's fouled.
Jen Freeze picking up, I believe that's going to be her third foul. Yes, it is.
3 team fouls on Orono, 2 on Stearns. Stearns will play it in. Out it comes to Gates, 30 seconds. Inside Moore, can't find room and travels.
Notice that she got that ball that time. She was surrounded by 3 Orono defensive
Turned and
people.
stared at 3 players and traveled. Intimidating factor for Moore. Okay, Freeze with it, back the other way. Inside, shot is up and off by Gagne. Rebound knocked out of bounds, but touched by Orono. So the Minutemen will play it in. Some pressure in backcourt now. With the clock running down, 8 seconds. Cummings races into forecourt. Now whips it over to Gates, who has just time enough to get the shot off, and it won't go. Tied at 27 after 3, and we'll be back in a moment.
If tomorrow never comes, will she know how much I loved her? The thunder rolls and the lightning strikes. Another love grows cold, the thunder rolls.
Okay, we're looking forward to the final 8 minutes of this one. We're all tied up at 27. Girls Eastern Maine Class B final between the Minutemen of Stearns High School, the Lady Minutemen, and the Orono Red Riots.
Keith, we were just talking, it's nice to see this type of a game being played in the Eastern Maine Championship. Both teams playing good games. They're under control, very deliberate in what they're doing. Many times you get to this point and we see ragged play, tournament jitters, but both teams really settled into their games.
This one is impressive because of its control, because of the discipline being exercised out on the floor. And coaching plays a big factor in that, I'm sure. This is Alley with it. Bring it back out to Cummings. They'll swing it over on the right side. Moving in is Gates. MacArthur launches a three-point attempt. In and out. Quickly, the Red Riots come down the other way. Gardner handing off to Freeze.
Keith, another thing that may contribute to that, these teams have played each other twice on the season. They just played a couple of weeks ago. And, you know, they pretty much know what to expect. So they each want to try to stick with their game plan. And it's going to come down to execution here in the final quarter. It's going to be Gates picking up her third foul.
Gardner puts her head down, leans down, and goes right down the lane and draws the foul. Inside, Taylor hooks left.
That's going to be Travels.
Pretty move, but took an extra step. Rochelle Cummings coming back with 7 minutes left in the ball game. Let's see what the Minutemen do this time.
Neither team really going very deep into their bench, as Orono's used 2 players off the bench, and Stearns at this point has only used 1. We haven't seen a lot of full court pressure. That time it's more on the inside, up and in.
Putting their team up by 2. Red Riots back the other way with Jen Freeze, giving it to Gardner. And in the corner goes to Hamilton. Back out to Taylor. To Freeze. Starts to go inside, gets it back to Gagne. She comes back on the right side with it. Gardner cutting through the lane, gets the pass, but the ball is knocked loose. And let's see what happens. It's tied up.
Gardner felt she got tripped up on that time through the lane. Didn't get a call, and they'll put the ball in down here.
Knocked away by Alley and picked up by the Minuteman. Rochelle Cummings coming hard in the forecourt, guarded by Freeze. 6:10 showing on the clock in the ball game. Gates has it, holding it high, giving it in the corner to MacArthur. Back to Gates. Thought about the shot. Alley starts to go in, can't find room, and comes back out to Cummings.
Gagne did a nice job that time stepping up on Alley to make sure she didn't fire the shot.
Gates with a shot, can't get the roll, and Gagne with a rebound. 5:40 remaining in the ball game. This is Gardner coming down for the Red Riots. Freeze looks up from three-point land, but can't find room for the shot. Freeze launches it off the rim. Cummings with a rebound. The team leading by 2. Boy, this one's going to have a photo finish, I think.
Amy Cota getting ready to come back in for Orono as they find it in that time. Jen Freeze tried to go for the steal that time. Couldn't come up with it. Ball went into Moore. Turns and fires. Up by 4 at this point. Orono wants a timeout.
4 points is the biggest lead anybody's had for some time. Boy, they were trading baskets for a long time and keeping it almost dead even here.
They have been, and as you see on that last series, that's why it's so important not to allow the ball inside to Moore, because if she gets it into the paint, chances are real good it's going in. As we see the ball comes to the outside, the zone tries to shift, and we've got Freeze trying to come down in front her, doesn't get there in time. And that's Moore putting it up and in. Jerry must have forgotten his chalkboard today.
You know, in a lot of games, a coach might wait till he's 8 or 10 points down before calling a timeout, before so that it won't get out of hand. But this one, the characteristics of this game are such that it's been so close that 4 points down is down further than anybody's been for a few minutes.
Well, not only that, you know, as we saw, there was a little frustration down there on the Orono side. They've been playing real good defense, and that time the ball was able to slip through. And in a game like we've had here, where it's been back and forth, 2-point game, that's a good time for a timeout to talk things over. Both teams, I'm not positive, but I think that may have been the first timeout we've had all game. So, you know, they've got plenty to use here. Good time to stop the momentum right there.
And also trying to stop the game from maybe getting ragged down the stretch here. This is Taylor with it. Coming out front to Gardner, and she travels. Gardner, out of frustration, threw the ball up over the backboard.
Okay, look for the pressure to become a little more intense here. Now they're stepping up, going to look to try to trap here. But Stearns with nice passing, works through it. Almost had Alley backdoor on the far side.
Okay, this is Gates with it. And the corner goes back to Gates. 4:25 showing on the clock. Alley's open. Can't connect. Rebound tipped out of bounds, and last touch by Stearns.
Plenty of time, 4:6:15 to go, down by 4. Orono needs to be patient. Oh, nice pass inside that time. Cota couldn't go up with it.
Taylor with it will put it up and off, and the rebound to Moore. Moore goes up and fights for those rebounds, and she's tough on the boards. Cummings to MacArthur. Ball pass is deflected. Now here comes Gardner. Coming hard down court. She'll put it up deep. She had this hesitation dribble. I thought she was going to slow down and start up again. She looked like she was slowing down, and she was going to go on a second spurt there, but decided to take the shot. Now Stearns in forecourt the other way, and a timeout.
This time it's Jerry Burley taking the timeout. Not liking what he saw there the last couple of minutes, as we can see right there. Let's settle down. What his team can't be doing at this point is forcing passes. As we saw out front, a careless pass, and Gardner picked that off. As you said, I almost expected the hesitation dribble as well, Keith. She started to slow up, and I think she would have had the layup, but she elected to take the outside shot.
Well, you know, she's having trouble driving in there. We've seen her in other games almost at will just drive the lane, stop and go, and the hesitation dribble. And she's had trouble a couple times getting through the Stearns defense. This time, it looked like she was going to try it, and then elected not to and backed off and took the jump shot from, well, I don't know if it would have been a three-point shot, but it was right near the line.
It was real close. The thing is, you're going to be taking those outside shots. You better have some rebounders in position, and that time they didn't.
There are some riots in the stands.
They're all back there now. They corrected their spelling error.
Looked like the Orono read Oits there for a while. Eots. Cummings with the ball for the Minutemen in the final 3:25. Stearns holding on to that 4-point lead into Moore. Moves in, puts it up, and in.
Nice basket that time by Moore. She went right up over Susan Gardner that time. Gardner playing good D on her. But there's the height advantage paying off. She went up strong.
There's a 6-point lead with 3 minutes to go in the ball game for the Minutemen. Here's the shot that's up and off by Taylor. Rebound, Taylor puts it up, doesn't get the roll. Rebound to Moore.
Boy, I'm telling you, that's a strong rebound right there by Moore. She ripped that thing down.
She was challenged inside, but brings it down and clears herself.
10-second violation. Good D by Orono, kept the pressure on.
So after the great rebound by Moore, the Minutemen failed to get it in forecourt and turn it over to the Red Riots. Red Riots are trailing by 6 now with 2:35 in the ballgame. Gardner can't get room, but she takes room and puts it up and draws the foul.
Count the hoop. We said a little hesitation there, just pivoted, spun around, laid it up and in, and she is fouled. That's foul on Gates.
She was working against 2 defenders. I thought she was going to think better of it after she dribbled here. I thought she was going to stop and pass out, but she slithers between them here.
And she makes a three-point play. It's now a three-point game here as we look for them again to step up here and defensively in the press.
A big play by the freshman Gardner to bring her team to within 3 now. Minutemen working with the basketball, finally get it in forecourt this time before time ran out. But that was a costly backcourt violation last time down because Gardner went down, got the basket, and went on the line. Put one in. Inside, intended for more.
Good hustle by Taylor, and Coda dove for the ball as well, but couldn't control it. Stearns gets the ball back on their end line.
MacArthur will play it in to Rachelle Cummings, holding the ball high, looking in. Now she starts a drive, stops, can't get through, looking for somebody
she's
to
bottled
pass
up
to,
there
and
on the end
she's
line.
tied up.
Jen Fries alertly goes down and ties that one up.
Minutemen maintain possession, though.
Hamilton coming in now, obviously to get some more height on the boards. Get some rebounding in there.
Arrow pointing to the Stearns basket. So the Minutemen will play it in. And it comes to Gates.
Matching up player to player now.
Cummings, Rachelle Cummings guarded by Fries. To Gates, 1:50 showing on the clock. Out it comes to Cummings. Stearns playing for the good open shot, the high percentage shot. No sense throwing up a bomb here, and there's a hard foul by Fries.
Fries trying to go for the steal there. And Orono wants a timeout. 1:36 to go here in the game, down by 3, and gives both coaches a little opportunity to discuss final minute strategy.
Boy, we've had a lot of good basketball played at the Bangor Auditorium today, beginning with the Class D final this morning, the game that Southern Aroostook won over Machias 46-42. That was anyone's game until the final minute. Then in the boys contest, a huge upset this morning as Machias won the Eastern Maine D championship over a previously undefeated Central Aroostook squad by a score of 35-34. And here we are locked in a real battle here this afternoon.
Keith, right there, we saw Coach Jerry Burley stressing to his kids, we've got 3 timeouts left. If you get in trouble, instead of throwing the ball away, call a timeout. We had talking to him before the game, and we've seen that happen down here. Kids get in trouble and lose the ball. We got a backcourt violation right there. That's not what they wanted if you're Stearns, and the Orono fans up on that one. This is going to give Orono a good opportunity here.
She came over with 1 foot in forecourt, caught the ball and put the other foot down.
That's right, she'd already established front court position.
Right. Taylor with it. And Locke for Orono. Big break for the Red Riots. Costly turnover maybe for Stearns. The backcourt violation.
Orono needs to be patient here and get the shot that they want.
This time.
Oh my! That's Locke who's come in. Keith, that's her first 2 points of the game.
Cummings is fouled as we get out court on a 2-on-2. Yeah, Locke was open, and as you say, she hasn't.
She's been over on the bench.
Scored today.
Just came in, and that's a great way to help out as you come back into the game. Neither team in the bonus.
Out it goes, bad pass, almost lost away. Moore. Now Cummings is fouled as Orono fouls to get the ball back.
They had that foul to give. What they don't want is Stearns to go 4 corners here with a 1-point lead. They don't want them to try to eat the clock, so look for them to deny on this pass.
Cummings to Gates, back to Cummings. Cummings is a good person to have handling the ball for you with time running out.
That's going to put them on the line here for the 1-and-1. Amy Coda coming back in, try to get a little more offense in. And coming out, we've got Hamilton. So you put Hamilton in when you need the boards. Again, both teams knowing their players well. Cummings misses that one.
1-point game, Orono, big chance, 50 seconds remaining. Gates guarding Gardner. See what Gardner does here. Whips it over to Freeze.
Again, they want to be patient here. Down by 1.
See if Locke takes another shot. Taylor starts to go inside, can't find room. Gardner will see if she starts driving. She'll move in there. And this time she forces it and knocked over a defender.
I think you called that one just right. She did try to force, you know, a freshman trying to do it all right there. You take a good look at it.
Yeah.
Really tried to force her way in. Gets called player control. Now we see the switch again.
She was able to do that before. She was able to do that before and tried it again and forced it that time. No room in there.
Full court pressure. They're going to foul her again. Put her back on the line. Good play that time by Orono. They didn't waste any time. They still got 28 seconds left on the clock. And that's going to put Cummings back on the line. Has not scored yet in the game. She's really like the quarterback of this team. Moves the ball around a lot. Plays solid ball for Stearns. But right now they need points.
That's right. She really has done a tremendous job handling the ball. But failure to convert these is costly. There's a big one.
Big rebound by Taylor.
Orono with more life here. 25 seconds. Taylor.
What's a timeout? Good call right there. 20 seconds to go. You got, Orono had, I believe, 2 timeouts left. Now they've got 1. You got 20 seconds. Down by 1. Plenty of time. And I'm sure what Coach Gardner is telling his kids right now, we don't need to force it. We're going to go for the last shot. And again, if you're on the Orono side, you've got to be feeling happy that you've got 4 or 5 kids that can score.
Including Locke, who hadn't been doing much scoring, and maybe they'll go to her again, give her another chance. Maybe she's earned it, and they might not expect it from her either.
No, if you're on the Stearns side, you got to play good D. You don't want to come out trying for that steal and pick up a foul here and put them on the line. Rebounding will be key. Both sides right now. We got a battle of the fans going on as well. Both sides up. These kids have given them a lot to cheer for throughout the season. Just coming down to the final 20 seconds.
20 minutes away from determining an Eastern Maine champion, Class B. 1 point, 20 seconds, a 1-point lead for Stearns. Taylor, somebody's got to put it up there. Gardner goes into a crowd and puts it up and off. Moore with a rebound.
And that foul is going to be, I believe, called on Gardner.
Yeah.
If it is, we're going for foul shots on the other end, but no, it doesn't look.
I think they called it on Moore. I'm surprised, but I think hard to know here. They didn't.
Okay, it did go on Moore. So.
Whoa.
Now that's a big break for Orono. It's tough to see.
That's an unusual call at that point.
That gives Orono the ball right here. Steve Gardner drawing quickly. He's got his chalkboard out there. They've got the ball underneath their own basket.
Gardner was struggling to get through there again, and she was just forcing her way in. And apparently...
well, there was no question on the shot. It came in the rebounding action. And right now, Orono, they get the chance to determine their destiny here. They get the ball underneath their own basket, down by 1, 2 seconds. We'll see who they go to. You want to back it up. Hold on to your seats, gang.
Okay, Freeze with the basketball underneath the Orono basket. Gets it into Gardner, puts it up, and won't go. Gun goes off, and the Minutemen win.
What a game.
Susan Gardner very dejected at not scoring and not coming through in that situation, but man, she's played a pretty incredible game for a freshman, and they're going to try to lift her spirits because it was a tremendous ball game by both teams.
Right now, Stearns celebrating. As we said, we expected this one to go down to the wire. Stearns had come up short 2 weeks ago. They lost by 2, and this time it was their day as a great team effort, and they're going up to get the nets.
Boy, you couldn't have asked for more interest, 3 more interesting Eastern Maine finals than we've seen here today. Moore swinging the net high above her head.
Again, you got to credit both programs. We said that earlier. We had a great game in the D final, and now we're seeing it in the B final. And this game lived up to what we hoped for: #1 and the #2 matchup. And if you're on the Orono side, you got a feel for those kids. But again, Stearns worked very hard, and they did the job and came through in the end.
That's a good advertisement, I guess, or a good testimonial to the heel point standings. #1 against #2, and #1 loses by 1 point to #2. Now we're going to the award ceremony.
That's the 3rd game we've had like that today. Congratulations to the players, managers, coaches, and cheerleaders from both schools.
You have represented your communities and schools and your parents, families, and friends extremely well. They should be very proud of you. And you should be very proud of them for their continuous support. Would Coach Gardner and assistants Smart and Bernier from Orono High School please come forward to present the runner-up individual awards? Manager Amy Carlton. Players Lynn McNevin, Belinda Hamilton, Angie Upham, Ellen McCallson, Cheryl Zorhide, Heidi Ferguson, Beth Gagne, Susan Gardner, Jen Fries, Heather Dekanich, and now seniors Amy Coda, Amy Taylor, Kelly Locke. Maine Principals Association Basketball Committee member Mr. John Perry, Athletic Director at Herman High School, will now present the plaque to Orono High School, the Maine Principals Association 1995 Eastern Regional Invitational Basketball Tournament runners-up. Great job. Would Coach Burley and Assistant Coach Portwine from the Stearns High School Lady Minutemen please step forward to present the individual championship awards. Managers Christy Richardson, Kristen Moore. Hillary Winslow. Justin Wyman. And now players Robin Sear, Allison Shedd, Tracy Nelson, Shannon Boynton, Elizabeth Coyley, Nicole Ryan, Kara Moore, Amy Jo MacArthur, and seniors Kelly Gates, Jennifer Alley, and Rachel Cummings. Now, Maine Principal Association Basketball Committee member Mr. John Perry will now present the championship plaque to the Stearns High Lady Minutemen, the Maine Principal Association 1995 Eastern Regional Invitational Basketball Tournament champions. Great job, ladies.
There you see it. Stearns wants to bring the plaque over in front of their fans.
There will be a reception for the Stearns girls at approximately 6:30 p.m. in the high school gymnasium. A reception for the Stearns girls.
Again, a great all-around team effort
in the
by
high school
Stearns.
gymnasium.
They had people step up when they needed it.
Thank you.
They really did, and both teams did have people
The second
stepping
game
up.
of
But
this afternoon session
the
will
Minutemen
begin
extended that lead to 4.
15 minutes
And
following
in most
the clearing of the
games,
floor and the
you know,
sweeping.
that wouldn't be anywhere near enough, and it really changed the complexion of the game somewhat. And Orono called a timeout right away, but they never really got back to getting ahead again. And we'll be back in a moment.
Production of Maine Public Television's basketball coverage is made possible in part by Husson College, building the foundation for excellence in business and health. By Oakhurst Dairy, a Maine dairy working with local farms to serve Maine families since 1921. By Hammond Lumber Company, serving the building supply needs of Maine homeowners and contractors from 5 locations in Auburn, Belgrade, Farmington, Greenville, and Skowhegan. And by Georgia Pacific, a forest products company dedicated to responsible environmental management since 1927.
Okay, and we now go to Rich Kimball with a winning coach. Rich.
All right, thanks very much. And here with Jerry Burley. Jerry, it has been a few years since Stearns have been able to celebrate a championship. How's it feel?
Yeah, it's been since '86 when we were in A. We've been there a few times since, but we've always been the bridesmaid. I mean, I thought it would be a close game. I thought when we had that 6-point lead and then we had the ball a couple times and we got backcourt and then another backcourt, it's like deja vu here. You're going to do something crazy. But, you know, I got to say a lot for my kids. They hung in there. I think a big factor is we've played so many close games this year. We have really gone down to the wire. What did we won about? We were, forget our record now, like 15-3, but we had a spread of 5 points. So, I mean, we didn't blow a lot of people away, folks. But we've won the games. And then when you get down near the end, I think it was a habit for us to just hang in there and do what we had to do. I thought Allie played well when we needed her, and then Moore got it inside. Their quickness is what the problem was for us, I thought, all the way, and it showed up. But I thought the tempo was good for us. It wasn't real fast. And I thought we played great defense. We worked 2 days on stopping Gardner and the penetration from Gardner and Freeze and Taylor, and I thought we did it for most of the game. We didn't allow them to get in the lane on us.
You scored your last points, I think, with about 3:20 left to go, so you had to play some pretty good defense.
Well, yeah, and you know, another thing that we looked at is the nemesis all season for us has been the foul line. You know, and that's like usually you can say, well, look what happened. We had 2 chances, what, 3 shots, a 1-on-1 and then a 2-shot foul, and we didn't come up with any of them. And any of those would have put the game away for us. But hey, when you win, Rich. You know how it is. Sometimes you lose games you shouldn't, you win some you shouldn't. But I'm just happy to play Mike Lewis down in Marshwood. We're real good friends. We play every summer together. He comes out to a tournament I have. I go down there, and we talked about in June, maybe we'll see each other in August. And he said, well, you'll be there. And he's there now. And he won on a 3-pointer at the buzzer last night. So we're going to get real anxious to see Mike in Marshwood for the state next week, and I'm real proud of my team.
Well, we want to present you on behalf of everyone at Maine Public Television with a tape of this afternoon's game, and we wish you good luck next week.
Okay, thank you, Rich.
Jerry Burley, head coach of the Stearns Minutemen, Eastern Maine, Class B champions.
Okay, more Class B action coming right up. We'll have a boys final in just a few minutes. Right now, Lisa, let's take a look at the scoring.
Okay, on the Orono side, they were led in scoring by Amy Cota. She had 12 points. The key for them, Keith, they came up with only 11 points in the second half. As Jerry Burley said, the defense really worked. They shut down the Orono offense. Kelly Locke had 2 points. Amy Taylor was held to 7 points in that ball game. Susan Gardner had 5. Also coming in with 2, Heather Dekanich, Jen Freeze, and Beth Gagne. They had a total of 32 points. On the Stern side, it was Kara Moore. She had 16 points, followed by Jennifer Alley with 9. Kelly Gates came in with 7, and Amy Jo MacArthur rounded out the scoring. She had a free throw, and that was their total of 33 points. Again, that final score, 33-32. Stearns is the Eastern Maine champ.
I thought Kara Moore had a real impressive game, both offensively and on the boards, end-to-end playing defense there. She was a real force inside.
She sure was, and she said it all when she came down with that rebound toward the end of the game. She ripped that thing down, and she really took charge.
Once again, the Stearns Minutemen winning the Eastern Maine B Championship over Orono this afternoon, 33-32. The Orono boys are right back in here for a boys final against Mount Desert Island. That game coming right up.